guys. Okay, so I have an actual Q&A for you. One of my good friends sent me some really good questions to answer for you guys, and then I just added a few that I had thought of. So I have 35 questions to answer for you. And again, I am sorry about the glare on my glasses, but if I don't have my glasses on, then I can't read off of my computer because that's how blind I am. So we'll start with number 1. How do you keep from being bored all the time at home since you don't drive? That's not really an issue for me because while yes, it sucks to not drive or have a car and be able to just leave the house and go do what I want to do when I want to do it, I'm such a homebody anyway that even if I did drive and had a car, I feel like the only times I would leave the house is I'd pack Alden in the car, we'd go to QT, I'd get my soda, I'd get him a donut or candy or something, and we'd come home. Or, maybe I'd drive us to the park or Target, but that's literally all we'd probably ever do. And we do that with my fiance anyway, like as a family. So it doesn't really necessarily mean I'm bored all the time because I can't drive myself somewhere. I like being at home. I feel comfortable at home and safe at home, and I'm such a homebody that it really doesn't bother me. It sucks like when I have to rely on people, like if I need to get to the store for something or I just really want to go, and either my fiance's working or like my mom is busy or my mother-in-law is busy, or you know what I mean? Like when other people are busy and I really have to get to the store, it is frustrating, but I wouldn't say I'm bored at home because I don't drive. Number 2, do you live with your fiance? We've lived together since our son was born, so we got engaged back in 2013. In 2014, I moved out of this house and moved into my sister's house. In 2015, I got pregnant with Alden, and since then, I pretty much lived with Jeremy. The reason I'm not technically living with him right now is because my grandma is in the process of moving houses. And she still has a lot of stuff to go through here at this house, and she doesn't want it to just sit empty because houses get broken into all the time and stuff like that. So at least I'm here, I'm taking care of the house for her, I'm getting the newspapers, the mail, and stuff like that. And Jeremy will stay the night a lot of the time, so he's always here. I cook us dinner like a family, and some nights he goes home, and that's totally fine because I like to have my alone time. And once we do go back home, I really won't have alone time. Like, we're gonna all be so cramped together, so I'm just gonna enjoy this while I can. But I mean, yes, we do live together. Number 3, do you guys ever fight? Yes and no. I mean, all couples fight, but we don't like fight. We don't ever really get so mad at each other that we like don't want to talk to each other. We might call each other an idiot or something, and after 5 minutes we're over it. You know what I mean? We don't like go balls to the wall, crazy, mad at each other. Number 4, what does Alden do for fun? Alden does a lot. He likes to play with his tools. He likes to ride his scooter. He likes to ride his bike, run around outside, play with chalk, blow bubbles. In the summertime, he loves to swim and do water balloons. He likes to play The Floor is Lava. He likes to play hide and seek, cops and robbers. He likes to do a lot of stuff. So I can't name everything, but he is a very active child. Number 5, do you plan to go back to school? Absolutely not. I hated school my entire life I never went to kindergarten, so from first grade through my junior year of high school, I absolutely hated school. There was never a time that I liked school. I mean, as good as it would be for me to go back to school for something, I can't think of something that I would truly want to go back for. And especially being a mom, You know, being a stay-at-home mom has like changed me. Like, it's not that I don't want to work. I love to work and make my own money, but at the same time, being a mom comes first to me. And if I'm able to stay at home and care for my children rather than somebody else caring for my children, then that's what I'm going to do. But I don't really plan on ever going back to school. There's really nothing I would want badly enough to go back to school for. Number 6, if you could live in any state, what would it be? I've never been there, but I would love to live in Hawaii. I know it's like really expensive and I would be really scared of like hurricanes and stuff. I mean, even just to live there for like a month or something, it's so beautiful. I'd love to see their sunrises and sunsets and the beach, and I just want to experience that like island life. Even like I said, if it were just for a month, I would love to live in Hawaii. Number 7, how often do you shop for yourself? Not super often. I mean, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I don't personally have income. Obviously, my fiance gives me money and stuff, but I use it mostly for getting essentials for Alden. And yes, occasionally I buy myself some stuff. Obviously, I like to shop on Amazon. But I would say on average, when I have the money to spend, I would say a couple of times a month, maybe. And if I'm buying something at Target, I'm literally only buying clearance items. I like don't pay full price for anything. And then on Amazon, that's where I'll splurge a little more. Like if I'm buying a purse, I call that a splurge, because $30, for me, that's pricey for a purse. Like, I don't like paying $30 for a purse, but if I want it bad enough, I will. I have paid like $50 or $60 for a purse on Amazon, and that's real pricey. But like, very rarely I will splurge on Amazon. Normally I'm just getting like little things that I want though, so I don't spend a ton of money on myself, but when I do, I would just say it's kind of like a couple of times a month, if that. Number 8, how are you holding up without your cutie sodas? I'm not. I want one so freaking bad. It is so weird for me to not say like, can we go to Cutesy so I can get my soda? Because I know I can't say that right now, but I have my cans of Coke to hold me over, so I'm still getting my soda intake. It's just not the soda intake that I want. So it sucks, but there's nothing I can do about it. I just have to wait till this pandemic ends and they bring back my fountain soda. Number 9, if you could go to school for anything, what would it be? Again, I don't really know what I would go to school for. I mean, one thing that like really piques my interest is forensic science, because I absolutely love shows like Forensic Files and stuff like that. And I think it would be so cool to be one of the people that like works in the labs with like the DNA and the stuff that actually like kind of like finds who the killer is. I'd be really interested in doing some sort of forensic science kind of a thing. Other than that, I don't know what I would be interested in. I mean, I don't know what I'd be good at, I'm a mom. I feel like I'm good at being a mom. I don't feel like there's a career out there that I would succeed in. And I'm not like saying that as like I'm putting myself down. I don't know like what my calling would be. So I think if I could go back to school for anything, if I wanted to go back to school, it would most likely be for like forensic science or something like that. Number 10, do you want more kids? Yes and no. My 4-year-old is crazy. He's crazy, okay? And he's a lot to handle, but I also don't want him to be an only child, so I wouldn't mind in the near future trying to have another baby. I just want to make sure we're in our, we get our first home first. That way we are settled in our own home before worrying about bringing another child into the world and all of that. But yes, I see myself having more children in the future. Number 11, how many kids do you want? I don't think I would want more than 3. 4 would be stretching it, but 3 seems like a decent number. And I feel like I love being a boy mom, and I as much as I would want a girl, so I have one of each, I feel like I would want all boys just because I already know how they are. And boys love on their moms so much, and I love that so much. They're just so lovable. But at the same time, I do want a girl. But at the same time, it's not up to me. So if and when I do have more kids, it's kind of up to God what he wants to give me. But I also feel like Jeremy's such a good boy dad. I can't picture him being a girl dad. I really can't. So I don't know. I'm kind of hoping when the time comes, I'm hoping we have another boy. Number 12. Do you have a date set for your wedding? We don't have a date set. We were planning on doing our courthouse wedding sometime this year, and then this pandemic happened, so that kind of put a damper on things. Even though even before the pandemic, we didn't have a date set, so it's not like the pandemic ruined when we were supposed to go to the courthouse, but obviously with everything going on, we just don't know when it's going to happen. And if we have to push it till next year, I'm not worried about it. That gives me more time to plan and to save money, because I know professional photos for weddings can be expensive, and I want to make sure we can save enough because we're not having an actual wedding. We're just doing a courthouse wedding. So I want to make sure we get our wedding photos. We never even got engagement photos, and I still kind of want to do that, even though it's 7 years kind of late. But even just a few engagement photos and then wedding photos is something that I desperately want. So even if it doesn't happen this year, I won't be heartbroken about it. It'll just give us more time to really plan out his outfit, how much it'll cost for photos and stuff like that. So no, we do not have a date set for the wedding yet. Number 13, do you plan on metal detecting like your dad? I absolutely do. He bought me that pink metal detector. It's an MX7. He bought it for me back in December, right around his birthday time. And it's the most extravagant gift he's ever gotten for me. And if I don't use it, I feel like he will haunt me for the rest of my life. But I absolutely want to get into metal detecting. I always thought it was really cool when my dad did it. I haven't done it yet, even when the weather's been nice, because it's really hard for me still, because that was my dad's hobby and I did it with him. And with him not here to do it with me, it just makes it really hard. And I don't have anybody around me that even really knows what metal detecting is. They don't have a metal detector. They're not interested in it. And, I don't have somebody that lives around me that can even give me pointers. All these people that I met on social media before my dad passed away, they're all wonderful people. And if we lived closer, they would be more than happy to take me out detecting with them and show me pointers and teach me everything I need to know. But I'm determined to learn my machine and get out there and find some treasure. And who knows, maybe my dad will be with me and he will lead me to some really good treasures. Number 14, what kind of pets did you have growing up? I had a lot of pets growing up. We've had dogs, cats, iguanas, mice, gerbils, rabbits, birds, fish, chickens, ducks. Did I say turtles? Ferrets. Oh my God, our ferret that was the best pet we ever had. I loved my pet duck, but I was so little when we had her. Our ferret Lucy was like the best ferret in the entire world. She was just so sweet and so playful and so lovable. I would love to get a ferret, but my fiance, like, he would never agree to it. He thinks they stink. And I mean, they can, but I mean, as long as you like bathe them daily or at least every other day and keep their litter box clean, they don't smell that bad. But I've had a lot of pets growing up. Number 15, how old were you when you tried your first drink? Well, when I turned 16, I begged my sister to buy me some kind of alcohol to try, and she bought me like a 6-pack of wine coolers. I didn't get drunk. I just kind of like sipped on one. They didn't taste very good. They weren't bad, but they weren't like delicious. But yeah, I was 16 when I tried my first drink. Number 16, what's your biggest fear? Losing loved ones is definitely one. I fear losing people that are closest to me. Death. I am petrified of death. I've always been so scared of dying. Yeah, I think those are the two main things I'm like most afraid of. Number 17, what are you afraid of? I am deathly afraid of snakes. I can't handle them. I don't care if they're behind a glass cage. I don't want to see them. I don't want anyone to get near me with one. In a field trip in grade school, we went to this place called Little Creek, which is where they always go to teach kids about like the wildlife and stuff. And this lady took one of the snakes out of the aquarium thing, and she was passing it around the group of children, and you know, they got to me and I said, no, I don't want to hold it. And I was like, just pass it to the person over there. And they were like, no, you have to hold it, you know, like take it and pass it. And I was like, no, like I was deathly afraid, and they forced me to take the snake and pass it along, and I thought I was going to die. It was so terrifying. That's the only time I've ever held a snake. And then there is this one funny story of actually one year on Easter, I was helping my dad clean up a bunch of cans in his backyard, and I always had a fear that snakes would like hide inside of the old like soda or beer cans, and my dad was like, no, they wouldn't do that. I'm literally grabbing handfuls of cans and I'm dumping out like dirt and water, you know, from the rain that got into the cans. And as my hands are full, I pick up this one can, and as I go to dump it out, a snake literally shoots out of the can this far from my face. I throw the cans and I run across the yard screaming bloody murder, and my dad fell on the ground laughing so hard at me, and he said he wished he had a video camera, and honestly, I kind of wish he did too, because I would love to see myself react to that again. It's been long enough. Like, I was scarred for a long time, but I mean, I still hate snakes, but I'd still love to see how I reacted to that. But my dad would also like to freak me out, and he would pick up garter snakes, you know, in the yard and like chase me with them. Oh my God. I hate snakes. That is what I'm like most afraid of. Number 18, what's the funniest thing that's ever happened to you? I don't know if I ever told you guys the story. I was working at Applebee's. It was like, I was still pretty new. I was working as a hostess, and it was, I think it was like a afternoon shift. And this table got up and left. This is back when they still had the smoking section and the non-smoking section. And the hostess stand was right by the front door, like right next to the smoking section. And this table from the smoking section had got up and left. So I went to go and bust the table. And, you know, I'm gathering glasses and plates and stuff, and I noticed something was on the floor, and I was like, what the heck is that? So I crouched down to see what it was. I stood up, grabbed the back of the chair, and just started laughing uncontrollably to the point where I was crying. And the kitchen manager and my regular manager were like standing at the POS system like across the way from me, and they were looking at me like, what's wrong? Are you okay? And I was just like, come here. And my manager came over. He was like, what's wrong? And I was like, look. Dentures. Somebody lost their freaking dentures, and they were just sitting on the floor. And my manager was like, oh no. And he grabbed a couple of coasters and like scooped up the dentures and took them back to the office. I understand if you like forget your keys, your to-go box, your cell phone, your glasses. How the hell do you lose your teeth? It was the funniest thing that's like ever happened to me, and I'm pretty sure that the other customers there, because there were other customers eating while I was trying to clean this table, thought I was insane. But like, I never expected to find dentures on the floor. It was so freaking funny. Number 19, if you could fix one thing about yourself, what would it be? My teeth. I am so like embarrassed of my teeth. I hate my teeth so much. One reason like it took me forever to start YouTube was because I was so afraid of what people would think of me because of my teeth. They're definitely not the whitest, which that doesn't like really bother me. I have bad teeth in general. Like, it runs in my family. We all have horrible teeth. I'm always having horrible tooth pain. I've had so many teeth pulled. I went through hell trying to get a dental implant, which I goes off because then you'll notice it in my other videos, but I'm just going to show you because this is me. This is real. I am missing a tooth right here because I went to have a root canal done on that tooth. In the middle of the root canal, the dentist said, oh, there's a crack in this tooth, so the tooth will have to be extracted. So I said, great. So then I go to have the tooth extracted, and then I went to my dentist that my grandpa recommended for me, and he told me that he doesn't do the actual implant part. He can only do the crown. The crown is like the fake tooth that goes, like, you know, that would be like the tooth they put right here. The implant is what goes like up in your gums. So I went to Affordable Dentures and Implants. They put the implant in my gums. You can't see it, but it's like up in my gums. And then so I had to wait like 6 months after that. After that, I went to my dentist and said, okay, they gave me the implant. Can you do the crown? Well, then my dentist tells me he doesn't do abutments. Abutment is something that has to attach to the implant for the crown to actually attach to that. So they wanted to send me back to Affordable Dentures and Implants to have the abutment put on before I could go back to my dentist to have the crown. I made the appointment with Affordable Dentures and Implants. I went to my appointment. My fiance took off of work. He missed a day's pay to take me all the way to Affordable Dentures and Implants. We got there. They said, oh, we're not taking patients today. The doctor's not in. They did not call any of their patients to say that they were canceling or rescheduling their appointments because this other lady showed up. She was trying to pick up a pair of her dentures that they had made, and they wouldn't even let her pick those up. So needless to say, like, I don't even want to go back to Affordable Dentures and Implants and give them my money after they pulled that crap. Like, they couldn't even call to say, look, the dentist isn't in, he's sick or something, we have to reschedule your appointment. They didn't, like, mention anything about canceling our appointments. It was just really shady, and so I'm looking like a hillbilly. It's not super noticeable, like, especially on this side, but I mean, I'm missing a freaking tooth, and it's in the front of my mouth, and it makes me feel like a freaking hillbilly, which I am not. But it sucks, because, like, I already hate my teeth, and I'm missing one in the front of my mouth. But at the same time, I'm pretty much over it. Obviously, I still do videos, and if you guys notice it and don't like it, I'm really sorry, but just know that I have tried getting it fixed, and I am eventually going to get it fixed. I just need to find the right place to actually take care of me and do it the right way without screwing me over. But I also don't want it to be super duper expensive. Affordable Dentures and Implants was affordable, but I don't want to give them my money after they did that to me. So my teeth, I definitely, like, if I could honestly have all of my teeth pulled and get completely new teeth, whether all implants or veneers or dentures, I honest to God would do that, because I have so many problems with my teeth. That was a long story, but that's what I would change about myself. Number 20, favorite TV shows. I Love Lucy, Gilmore Girls, Pretty Little Liars, Kitchen Nightmares, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Taking it way back. I found a group on Facebook of Are You Afraid of the Dark, and it's like, they're my people, because other people loved that show as much as I did as a kid. Friends, Parenthood's a really good one. I'm just gonna leave it at that, because, I mean, that's kind of a lot. Number 21, favorite movies. 13 Going on 30, P.S. I Love You, Titanic, all kind of sappy romance movies. Titanic makes me cry no matter what, so, like, I avoid watching it at all costs. P.S. I Love You makes me cry too, but it also has its funny moments, so I really love that movie. Step Brothers, The Other Guys, Liar Liar, Billy Madison, all the old school Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler movies are, like, the best. Oh, and an old Will Ferrell movie, A Night at the Roxbury. Number 22, did you graduate high school? I did not graduate high school. I made it to my junior year and decided I wasn't going back. They had all my credits messed up, so they basically had me a year behind all my friends. So I was a junior, and they were considering me a sophomore, and they wouldn't fix my credits. And because of that, well, I also, like, I skipped school as often as I possibly could. So technically I didn't, like, just drop out. I just skipped so much school that they, like, expelled me or whatever. They, like, called the house and told my mom I was, like, expelled or something for never showing up. But because I was living here with my grandparents at the time, I didn't want them to know. Obviously they found out eventually, but I didn't want them to know right away. So, like, my boyfriend at the time, I would still wake up super early in the morning. I would take my backpack like I was going to school. My boyfriend would pick me up, and I would just go, like, hang out at his house on the computer while he went to his college class. And then he would come back, we would go get some food, and he'd bring me home like I was getting home from school. And I just, like I said, I always hated school. I was always bored. I didn't like it. I was never bullied or anything. I got along with, like, anybody that, you know, I would talk to me. I would talk to them. And I had my friends. School's not for everybody. And kids, if you're watching this, stay in school. But I don't regret dropping out. It was the right choice for me, and so there you have it. Number 23, what foods do you hate? First, I'm going to stop the video because it's going to cut me off, and I'll come right back. Okay. Number 23, foods that you hate. The one food that grosses me out more than any other food on the planet is baked beans. I don't want to look at them. I don't want to smell them if they're out on the table. I can't. I just can't. I like refried beans. I like pinto beans, kidney beans, black beans. I cannot handle baked beans. The gross juice that they're in, oh my god, I seriously, when I see them, I want to puke. I hate them so much. I hate them more than like anything on the planet. So, yeah, baked beans. Let's see. Number 24, what's your best physical quality? I personally think it's my eyes. I mean, even though I'm blind as a bat, I feel like I have really pretty eyes because they're green, and green is more of a rare eye color to come across. And please don't mind my wings. I really tried tonight. This one actually looks really good, and this one looks a little wonky, but you know, my glasses are hiding the fact. So, yeah. But I really like my eyes. I think my eyes are really pretty. Number 25, favorite YouTubers. Casey Holmes, Leanne Says, Alexandria Ryan, I cannot forget my favorite people here. I like Graveyard Girl. She's pretty cool. She seems pretty down to earth, and she's really funny. I know I'm forgetting somebody that I watch like religiously. I like Rach Loves. Shane Dawson. Of course I love Shane Dawson. I'm gonna leave it at that, but I know there's somebody I'm forgetting. Number 26, YouTubers you hate. The number one YouTuber that I cannot stand, I can't stand seeing her face, I can't stand hearing her voice, Jaclyn Hill. I know a lot of people like her, but I don't understand why. Like, when I first started watching her, I thought she was so genuine and nice, and she honestly just seems like the most pathological liar. She literally makes herself the victim no matter what the situation is. When her lipsticks were moldy and disgusting, she blamed the lab. She never took any fault, on herself. Like when Jeffree Star had stuff going wrong, like, he took full responsibility. Jaclyn Hill, on the other hand, wants to blame everybody but herself. She just seems like, I don't know. And anytime she wants to come out with a new video, it's basically just to try and sell you some new products, or new products of hers are launching. It's like she doesn't give a crap about her followers. She just wants the money. And I mean, if you've seen her house, like, she's living like she's some sort of celebrity, and she's just a damn YouTuber. I just can't stand her. I do have her original, Morphe palette that I got as a gift, and I love it. I'm not, hating on her makeup. And there is makeup of hers that I do want. I just can't stand her as a person. And I don't know what's going on with her cheeks. And I'm not saying, I don't know, she had to have gotten fillers or something in her face. Like, her face used to be so thin, and it looks like she got fillers in her cheeks or something, or I don't know, Botox or some kind of crap she got some kind of work done, and she just looks not right anymore, and I really can't stand Jaclyn Hill, and that's really the one YouTuber I can't stand. I might get hate for that, but I mean, I like her older videos. I will watch like her old, when she was like first on YouTube and she did What's in My Purse videos and she seemed like an actual genuine person. I like those videos. Anything from the past several years, can't stand her whatsoever. Number 27, favorite thing to do in your downtime. I love to make videos. I love to play video games. I like playing The Sims, any games on my DS. I like to binge watch TV shows. I like to bake. I like to read. I like to craft. I like to do a lot of things. I just haven't done a lot of those things in a long time, besides making videos and playing video games. But like I haven't crafted in a long time, and I really need to get back into crafting, especially during this quarantine. It would really keep me busy. Number 28, what's the best thing about being a mom? Having a little human that counts on you for everything and loves you uncontrollably is just an amazing feeling. Like he may drive me batshit crazy a lot of the times, but I mean, he is only 4. It's not his fault. But I mean, he's also so lovable and he really loves me. Like every night when I tell him to lay down in bed, he stands up and says he has to give me a hug, and then like he gives me the biggest bear hug, and then he doesn't want to let go, and when he's hugging me he pats my back, and then he'll always say, I love you, mama, and he's just the sweetest. Like I love being his mom, and it'd be hard to imagine myself with more kids because I love this one kid so much, and it's like I don't want to share that love, and I feel like he wouldn't want me to share that love. So if I ever do have more kids, it would be such an adjustment because me and Alden are kind of like, you know, we're like besties. Number 29, if you could shop at one place for the rest of your life, where would it be? Definitely Target, because they've got everything you could possibly need. They've got clothes, shoes, purses, food, makeup, but if I couldn't go to a physical store, Amazon all day, because Amazon they've got it all, baby. They can never let you down. Number 30. How old are you? I am 29 years old, and in a few short months I will be 30. Number 31. Are you an extrovert or an introvert? I am very much an introvert. You know, at family gatherings, I find myself, unless like my favorite cousin is there, I find myself like wandering off to be kind of alone rather than with the rest of the family. It's not that I like don't want to see my family. I just feel more of a loner, and I'm so introverted. Like I don't know how to make conversation, and I hate making small talk, and I just always feel awkward. So I really, in all honesty, hate holidays with big family gatherings because I'd rather just like have my small little family and do our own little thing instead of having to like talk to like 5 million people. I don't know how you extroverts do it, but all power to you. More power to you, because us introverts, we're not into that. Number 32, how tall are you? I am 5'3", so I am average, not short. Number 33, what is your favorite thing to do with Alden? I love doing anything with him. It's hard to get him to really sit still and do one thing for a long period of time, but I love going outside and playing with him. We always play hide and seek. We race on our scooters. We'll play cops and robbers. I love drawing pictures with him and coloring. I love doing Legos with him. I love doing like everything with him. It's just like, because I do it like 24/7, that's why I feel like I always need a break, because I never have mom time. It's always Alden time. You know what I mean? Number 34, what do you love most about makeup? I love how it makes you feel. Like, I don't mind myself without makeup, but there are some days where I just feel like extra like rough and ugly and like just like not beautiful at all. And I can throw some makeup on and it just changes my mindset completely. It just makes me feel so much better about myself. And it's not even just makeup. It's like, it's art for your face. You can do whatever you want and you can make so many different looks and have so much fun with it. And makeup is just a great outlet too, you know? And that's how I got into YouTube in the first place. I first started watching Kathleen Lights on YouTube, and it was mainly her Ipsy videos. And then when I saw her talking about makeup, that's what made me start getting interested in makeup, because before that, I never cared about makeup. The only thing I owned was an eyeliner, an eyeshadow palette from Hot Topic, and that's pretty much it. And when I would do my makeup to go out, like when my fiance and I first met, I knew nothing about makeup. When I said I had to get ready and do my makeup, I would throw on eyeshadow and eyeliner, and that was it. And I don't know what he saw in me, because I look back now and I'm like, girlfriend, no. But he loves me without makeup. He likes me with makeup, so he's a keeper. And then number 35, if you could meet anyone living or dead, who would it be? Absolutely Lucille Ball. That's always going to be my number one answer. I had an ex-boyfriend one time who asked me that, and when I said Lucille Ball, he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, she's my idol. Why would I not want to meet her? And he was like so offended that I didn't say Jesus. And I was like, I mean, I'll eventually meet Jesus anyway. If I can meet anyone dead or alive, why wouldn't I want to meet my idol? Like, he was so offended by the fact that I didn't say Jesus. And then when we came back to the house that same night, he like asked my grandparents, he was like, I got a quick question for you guys. And they were like, okay. And he was like, if you could have dinner with anybody dead or alive, who would you choose? And of course, both of them said Jesus. And he was like, see? And I was like, so what? So you guys all chose Jesus and I chose Lucille Ball. That doesn't make me a bad person. That doesn't mean I don't love Jesus or believe in Jesus. I do. It's just, I want to meet my idol. I want to meet the lady who makes me laugh and feel better when I'm sick. And, you know, just, it just drove me crazy. I don't know how I dated certain people, but they were all wrong for me, and I'm so glad I found Jeremy. Those were the 35 questions. I hope that helped you learn a little bit about me. Thank you, Cindy, for sending me a lot of those questions. I really appreciate it. You know, I've been begging you guys to send me questions, and Cindy came through. She is a true friend. If you guys want to see anything specific, please let me know. Send me video ideas. Cindy, this one goes out to you because you seem to be the one that gives me ideas. But honestly, what would you like to see? I do plan to do more purse videos as soon as I'm able. I want to do that funny purse video, whether you guys want to see it or not. I think it would be a funny idea, so I Is there any makeup related videos you want to see? Do you want me? Maybe I could have my 4-year-old pick out my makeup. You know, I could lay out, you know, different lipsticks. He could pick one, different eyeshadows. He can pick one, and whether it all matches or not, we'll see. I could do something like that. I could try to do a full face of makeup with my left hand, which I can't do jack shit with this hand because I am a right-handed person. Send me ideas. Send me funny ideas. Send me things you really want to see. If you want me to talk about anything specific, if you want me to talk about my anxiety and depression, I absolutely will, because I know that can help a lot of other people. I can talk about my driving anxiety again. I can talk about my psoriasis. Anything at all that you guys want to know about, please leave them down below. I would love to do videos for you. It gets hard to come up with your own ideas all the time, and that's why I ask you guys so much to send me ideas, because it really helps me out. So please leave me requests what you would like to see. Do you want to see me do more purse videos? Do you want to see, you know, any type of makeup, you know, just whatever. Send me whatever kind of videos you would like to see, and I will do my best to make that happen. And I'm definitely down for any funny kind of videos, because, you know, I love to have a good time. And maybe one day, if I can get over the fact that my fiance will see me sitting here talking to a camera, maybe I can get him on camera and we can do the fiance tag. Maybe I can have him do my makeup, and he literally has no clue about makeup and knows what nothing is, so that would be funny. But don't request those right away, because I'm still not over him watching me in front of a camera. But one of these days, I can have Alden do my makeup again. Just send me ideas, please. I am going to see if Animal Crossing downloaded to my DS, because my fiance loves me, and I was going to wait and buy the cartridge of Animal Crossing for my DS off of Amazon when I got the money, but it would have been more expensive that way. It's like $30-something on Amazon, and to download it digitally to your DS was only $20. So I'm going to go see if that downloaded, play a little bit of that, play a little bit of Sims, throw this video together, and call it a night, because I want to go to bed very soon. So I will talk to you guys very soon. I love you guys.